Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am currently looking for thistles. I think I found a couple here that I'm going to be able to snag. So I'm going to go and pick them. A lot of them have gone to seed though. Let's see if we can get further in, away from where the dogs may have pee-peed on them. We don't want no dog sauce on our thistles. What I'm going to be using these thistles for is I'm going to be trying to make a foraged smoothie. I've got a portable blender basically, and I'm going to go forage a couple of bits and bobs and make a smoothie out of it. Mainly blackberries, because that's what's ready at the moment. You can get some of the earlies, but we're going to be putting in some thistle flowers because they really taste good, and they're edible. So I'm going to pop you down over there and I'm going to go pick some thistles. And as well as doing this with these thistles, I'm also going to be twisting that the wrong way around. I'm going to be trying to make garlic bread with a part-baked baguette in a mess tin. So we'll see. I'm going to be washing these. Oh, it just smells so flipping good. It's not going to focus on it, but it really does. And I didn't pick all of them off one plant. The most I picked off one plant was two. But there's absolutely loads of them. It's not going to bother the plant. The plant will just put its energy into the other parts of the plant that it's got. So I'm going to pop them in a little pot that I've got and carry on with the walk. I'm going to try and see if the sloes are ready, but I don't think they are. And then we're going to head in a different direction, because I need to go to the post office to return something. So yeah, we'll go try and find some sloes. If not, we're going to go to the post office and then head up to Bluebell, which is the local woods to me, the large local woods to me. Oh my god, I can't tell you how bloody nice that smells. Right, so I'm literally on the same path that I've just come down where I picked the thistles, and there's a blackberry bush here, so I'm going to just pick them here. I don't need to go further across. The place that I was going to go was much further away than this, but there's an abundance of the fresh ones. Now some of them aren't like 100% ready, but that came off pretty easily. That's ready. Still got a slight tang to it, which I like. I like that little bit of a tartness. Right, so I'm going to pick them here. I'm going to fill my little cup up, and then we're going to go try and find some sloes.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Right, well, a lot of this has been picked. Because it's on a main path. I've got some, nearly half a cup, but I do need more. I need about 1 cup of these, should do it. So I'm going to go around to the other side, the back part of this, see if there's any more. Because that's pretty much all that's reachable from here. I mean, there's a couple of them, but they're just not ripe yet. So let's go around. Let's see if we can do most of the collecting. Literally 0.3 miles from my house. I didn't realise this was here. I've walked past it so many times and not even realised that it's here. I might be able to get in. Looks like some sort of fox track or something. No, I don't look like you can get to it. The back part of it's covered by all those thistles and I don't really want to trample them down. That's all right. I'll keep what I've got in my hand. I'm heading further down this track to see if the sloes are ready, and if the sloes are ready, we'll bang in a couple of sloes. If they're not, then not. Right, let's try and find some sloes now. I'll go see if they're ready. I don't think they will be. I did see some on the bushes. But yeah, possibly not. I mean, as you can see, this bush here has been picked quite recently. I was actually speaking to the lady who was picking on it. Picking on it. I'm going to leave it there like that. Sod it. Basically, she was picking them, and I let her know of a little place where me and the kids used to pick them. We've got cob nuts, we've got oak trees, sycamores, and all sorts that they planted along here when the tram came in. And I'm hoping to keep this walkway here when they do all of the building and stuff on the fields there. It's all going to be houses, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I get it. I know I keep having a gripe of this, but it's just not nice when it's your fields, not my fields, but the fields that you've grown up around and stuff. It's just not nice like that. Got the hawthorns producing their berries, but they're nowhere near ready. They're all very green at the moment. I believe you can actually make some sort of like a biscuit out of them. Once they're ripe, you kind of process them, leach them a bit, like with some water, and then you'll have to look into that. They don't take my word for it. I've only seen somebody's video on it, not actually done it myself, but you make like a bit of a biscuit kind of thing. Got cob nuts, which is a relation to the hazel. I think this is where all the sloes normally are. Looks like sloe leaves, yeah. Nah, they're too firm. That's not ready yet at all. It's rock solid. Probably another month or two before they're any good. Got a thorn in my knuckle. Right, I need to turn around, head the other way. This thorn out my knuckle. Sorry, it's really bothering me. Oh. It's only a diddy little thing. You probably can't even see that. It's so tiny. But believe me, that was causing me a bit of grief. Oh, look. Right in the flipping knuckle. It's probably why it was hurting so much, because there's no meat there, is it? Just skin and nerves. Right. I'm going to get down to the post office, do that bit, and then we're going to go try and cook a garlic bread in a mess tin. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to make myself a foraged smoothie. Now I'm using coconut water, just because I like coconut water in a smoothie. Just adds a bit of a extra dimension to it. You can just use normal water. You could use milk if you want to make it into like a milkshake, I suppose. I've not tried that actually. Might give that a go later at home. Yeah, could be good. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'll bring you back when I'm back out of the concrete jungle, because that's where we're heading. And there's not really much fun to see around that bit. So yeah, we'll be back shortly. Well, shortly for you. It's going to be about 20 minutes for me. See you then. Right, so we're back. We're out of the concrete jungle. Been to the post office. Actually met up with a mate of mine as well. He's just recovering from spine surgery. In the last 4 years, he's had to have quite an invasive operation on his back, and he's just recovering now. He was telling me how he sold his mountain bike and he's opted for an e-bike. A nice one, don't get me wrong, it's a bloody nice one. He was reluctant to sell his bike because he'd built it up over years, the same as mine. My mountain bike was built from the ground up, bought a frame and then just bought all the parts as and when I can afford them, you know, like a dream bike kind of thing, which I don't really ride all that much. But there's no point selling it because I wouldn't get back what I'd put into it, and it's nice to have there anyway. And that sting on the leg there reminds me as to what I'm going to be looking for next. Nettles. That wasn't actually a nettle, it was a bramble, but it reminded me that I want to look for some nettles to put in this smoothie. And I've just googled it. Can you put fresh nettles into a blender to remove the stings? And it said yes, put it in with some liquid, blend it, or you can even obviously blanch it. That'll get rid of the... It's not a hypodermic needle, is it? I can't remember what it said now. It said something rather spectacular, which would have been cool if I'd remembered it, but I can't remember. I'm not that sophisticated to remember something that I've just read before pressing play on the camera. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to head up to the woods now, over here. There. Oh my god, how do I do it? There. Flipping heck, that was hard work. Brain just couldn't figure out which way to do it. I'm going to find some nettles above dog pee height. You don't want that ammonia flavoured nettle. Yeah, we'll try and get this thing on the go whilst we make a smoothie. I'm going up to what I call the glade. It's a nice little bit, opens out in woods, and I'll see you there shortly. Now, it's not the Peak District, it's not Wales or Scotland, but what it is local and blooming marvellous. Oh, right, we're out of the sun. Hey Siri, what's the current temperature? I think it's about 25, 24. It's just the ginger in me thinks it's 25. Right, so there used to be a patch of nettles around here somewhere, because I vaguely remember coming through this entrance. Well, that's the actual entrance, but people have just torn a hole in the fence because they're just Neanderthals. And I said to my daughter, I says, be careful in here, there's lots of nettles. She was only young. And I says, don't touch these things, they will hurt you. So what does she do? She walks past it, touches it. Learned that lesson very, very quickly to listen to Dad. And now she seems to have forgotten it all over again. Maybe she needs a reminder of some nettles. Right, so we need to find a patch of nettles that are above dog wee height, or any animal really, you know, fox, dog. They look like they might be okay. There's some here as well. Now the chances are I'm going to get stung whilst doing this because I didn't plan to put nettles into it. But I'm just going to take a couple of the leaves. Now that's gone to seed actually. Did I read somewhere you shouldn't eat them when they've gone to seed? I'm going to have to Google it, because you've got to be safe with these things. I don't want to end up causing myself an injustice. This cool tree. It's got all this vine thing going around it, some sort of ivy. Pretty cool. Right, quick Google. Good job, I checked. You can't eat the leaves once they've seeded or flowered, because they develop some sort of tiny crystals, which grit crystals, I think it said. I've literally just read it and I forgot already. Some grit crystals, but you can eat the seeds. So we're going to take some, and we're going to try and take the seeds, is what we're going to try and do. I've bought a pair of scissors. We're going to take some of the seeds from here. I don't want to take all of them from here, so I'm going to take like maybe a few from that one, a few from that one, and then I'm going to go elsewhere. If you're unsure about anything, Google's your friend. But always double check if you're unsure, and don't eat anything that you can't identify. Now, my foraging knowledge is very, very basic, you know, very, very basic. I know certain plants, but I would not come into the woods and think that I was going to be having a feast. There are people out there that can do that. Me, I cannot. So I'm going to get some of these nettle seeds and try not to sting myself. In fact, to be honest, it doesn't look like there's a great deal on these. I might head somewhere else because I don't want to take the seeds that are then going to bring more back next year. Although most people don't like nettles, they're actually really good. They're very nutritious, but they're actually good for the wildlife as well. Seems to be more seeds on there. Might have them ones. Let's see what we can't do. Right, so there wasn't really a great deal there. What I thought was going to be collectible turned out to just be next to nothing there. Maybe the nettles are done. Now I am heading over to where I said I was going, so we'll see if we can get some on the way there. Normally there's loads. Like maybe it's because it's so dry. It's just they're not coming out this year. So I am heading over to where I said I was going. We'll see if we can find some along the way. See, that nettle there hasn't flowered or seeded. So by rights, we could take some of that now. And just up there is some with loads of seeds. Perfect. Nature provides. Do we have a bit of both? I think I'm going to leave them because if the rest of them have gone to seed and flowered, then they're probably ready to. And I just want these seeds over here. Let me show you what I mean. Them on there, look. Get right with it. There you go. Nettle seed pods, highly nutritious. Now they look a bit weathered, but I think they're high enough not to be peed on. Well, flipping hope they are anyway, because they're going in this smoothie. What a disgrace. Same places they've been having fires before. It's not how we should leave woodlands. It's just trampy and disrespectful. For shame. Right, just coming in to what I call the glade. Forgot about all the nettles around here, so could have used them. Don't look like anyone's been here, which is good. Cream crackered now. I've not even walked that far, 2.8 miles, which is good, I suppose. Probably get the 2 in today. The extra, probably get another 2 in today, or at least try for it. The goal is always 5, but sometimes you just got to go with how you feel, man. If you ain't feeling it, you ain't feeling it. I'm hungry. I need to get some food sorted. I'm going to make a coffee and a smoothie. I might have the smoothie first, then a coffee. Or I might have a coffee, then put it all together. Who knows? Who knows what I'm actually going to do? I don't know what that was. Like a kick, kick, kick. Some type of bird or something. And there's a fly that's really interested in what I'm doing. Hoverfly. Right, let's get set up. Right, all set up. I decided to have a coffee first. Just because I just want something to drink that isn't water. I brought plenty of water with me, but while this is all being made, I need to do a bit of prep for the smoothie. It's not a lot of prep. I don't even know if you can see that. I really hope you can, because I can't be asked to move again. Sort of. You can see it if I put it there. You don't really need to see what I'm doing anyway. Just know that I'm pouring blackberries and some nettle seeds out into this tray, because what I then need to do is wash all of these after I've taken off the flowers from the thistles. Now, I'm sure the other part is edible, but it's literally just the flower I want. So I'm just going to nip it like that and leave behind all the parts. Basically, all the purple bits. This is what I'm taking. All of this. And I'm going to do that for all of them. I have bought a pair of scissors, which I thought would make it a bit easier. So we'll give that a go and we'll see if it does. Probably would if I wasn't carrying all of them. That water's going to boil really, really quickly. I'm using gas today, just for simplicity and because I can. That can go over there because it's organic. It's not rubbish at all. It will just mold itself back into the ground and return to the earth. Just like that. Snip the tops off. I picked 10 for one smoothie. I'd never done this before, so I don't know whether that's going to be overpowering or not, but it does have a really, really nice floral flavour and aroma. It's just great. It kind of reminds me of Parma violets. Now that might be the ingredient, the main ingredient of Parma violets. Could be thistles. Who knows? It's a very floral, perfumey kind of flavour, Parma violets, isn't it? Some people don't like it. Me, I bloody love it. I remember the first time I ever ate a pack of them sweets, I was blown away. And I actually made a mead out of some as well. That was a very special mead. Very special. And if I remember rightly, that was the one that I sent to a chap on eBay. Who, Ronnie, his name was. He passed away now. It's quite an old boy, and he got cancer, but he used to just go around on these walks. And his daughter kind of carried on his legacy for a short while. But then they kind of changed the thing to like a family, more family orientated. And he was a good family man. Do you know what I mean? He was. I'd never met the chap, and it was just through mead that we got talking one day online, and I sent him a bottle of mead, some Parma violet mead. There's a strange noise coming from behind me, and I think it's two trees rubbing up against each other. Ooh. It's about the most excitement I've seen in a long time. Anyway, less of that. You don't need to know about that. You're on a need to know basis, and believe me, you do not need or want to know. Okay, right. That's how we're looking at it so far. We've got our nettle seeds. We've got some. I've just realised I've got it all blocked off, so you've probably not seen any of that because there's a flipping cup in the way. What a tit. I'll come to you, look. Here we go. That's what we've got. That's what we're going to be making into a smoothie. But first of all, we need to put these into this container, which I'm going to rinse out. Kettle's boiled. Let's just knock that off. Grab a bag of the coffeeness. And we'll give that a couple of minutes to stew and make a nice strong cup of coffee. Had to bring the coffee bags because these are the decaf. I've already had my one caffeinated cup of coffee a day. I remembered the last time I was out using the Java press. I was like, crap, these aren't... after I drank it, I realised that they weren't the decaf ones. And I did start to feel a bit iffy, like borderline palpitations like I did before. But I was all right. I knew that I was going to be okay. You know what I mean? It wasn't as bad as it has been in the past. Like in the past, I've been to the doctors about it and that. Did all these tests, couldn't find nothing wrong. And I was just like, you know what? You're taking forever to get back to me. I'm just going to stop drinking coffee and see what happened, or caffeinated coffee, and see what happens. Like, and it stopped. So it was clearly that. I mean, look how cool these scissors are. I think the pattern's called iridescent. Well, cool. Another fine freebie from my late friend Nick. Right, coffee can go down there for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to set up for the smoothie now by getting all that in there, and then we're going to just rinse it through. Not sure what that is. Piece of a blackberry bush. Oh no, don't go on the... Mind you, it doesn't matter, does it? We're washing them. I'm not scared of a bit of dirt. But I am definitely going to wash these. Or just soak them, really. Just so that any nasties come out. Whether the nettle seeds will make any difference whatsoever, don't know. But apparently they're high in nutrition, so why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want them in there? So, like I say, we're just going to rinse these, soak them in some water. All the nasties will crawl out or float to the top or swim to the top. And then we'll make a smoothie out of that in a couple of minutes. But now, we're going to set up for the the garlic bread baguettes. Now, I really haven't thought this through, because I brought this, but this isn't a chopping board. This is what I'm going to be doing a puzzle on. I've got a really tiny puzzle. I'm just going to sit and chill and do. I'm recording a time lapse. I've already done it once before indoors, and it's like one of these aromatherapy de-stress things where you kind of like, not that I need it, but you smell or you rub it on your wrist or something, smell it while you're doing this puzzle, and it's kind of like, wow man, groovy baby. But yeah, I actually enjoyed doing the puzzle at home, so who knows, might even get into puzzles, who knows. But what I do need to do is get these baguettes out, kind of lengthen them to what they need to be. That's going in there. That's going to keep them raised off the bottom, the same as the steak bake. I've got my knife. I'm going to try and do both of these. Now, the date on these was best before the 30th of the 5th. We're now in the 7th month, aren't we? Yeah. So, and they've stayed pretty damn well. But it doesn't fit in. So I will be taking some of this home, and I'll finish cooking a bit of them at home, but I am going to have to cut off the end of each a little, so probably about there, I guesstimate. Perfect. Line that up with that, do exactly the same. Now, it isn't going to swell anymore, I don't believe. So, yeah, we should be all right. Like I said, I mean, rise, sorry. It's not going to rise anymore. Rise, swell. Yeah. It's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. Okay, so I need to score these now, so that when they are ready, we can add our... Oh, no, you don't do it like that, do you? I've just chopped that one all the way through like a tit. You mix it up now, don't you, and put it in? Yeah, that's what you do, Gaz. Come on, Gaz, get with the program, lad. Show him what you're doing. I don't even know what I'm bloody doing. Help me! I just get an idea and I just make it happen. You know? Mum thinks I'm bonkers. Sister likes it, you know. She thinks it's pretty cool. But she probably secretly thinks I'm bonkers. Maybe I am. Maybe we're all bonkers. I'm trying to hide from the sun in here, but the canopy's not that thick. It's cooler. It's definitely cooler. I am not complaining. Although I am. But I'm not. All right. Okay. Why have I took them out of there? They can stay in there. I'll pop them in there for now, and then I need to find my garlic, and we need to grate the garlic. Now the butter's all nicely mushed down. Now my mum said, I asked her how much I should use, and she said, oh no, you don't need a lot. And then I asked my daughter, and my daughter was like, oh yeah, you'll need more than that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to go with what I thought would be all right, and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. We live and learn, don't we? I don't know how much garlic to put in the butter. Like I say, just having a go. Just having a go. Doobie doobie doo. But I've got to pulverise these garlic things, so I'll be back in a second once I've done these, because it's all a bit boring, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to finish making this coffee before we start buttering the bread. Now that's my garlic butter. As you can see, 2 cloves of garlic, it wasn't half a stick of butter, it was about a quarter of a stick of butter, and however much parsley I could fit into that. Probably about a teaspoon. Yeah, maybe a teaspoon of garlic. Maybe a teaspoon of parsley. Let's have a little taste test. My daughter was right. It could have used more garlic. It's okay, but it's not as garlicky as I was expecting it to be. Get off, fly. Just because it's not as garlicky as I wanted. Oh, now the wasps are coming in. Bro, I'll spray you. I'm not even bothered, mate. I'll just spray your ass. Get off, flies. Right, we need to hurry this up, because the flies be coming. The wasps be prowling. Oh. See this, look? Still make a mess of it. I thought I was going to be able to pour that perfectly. Last time I was trying to pour from the mess tin. Oh my goodness. It was yeah, all over the flipping place. Flies on my bread, man. Piss off. Oh, I'll smash you in. Dirty flies. Now it's on my coffee mug, mate. Let's go to the woods, he said. It'll be great, he said. You got to expect nature to be in nature. It can be annoying with the flies, man. Wasps, yeah, they're fine. Bees, not bothered. Mosquitoes, kill on sight. I'd line them all up and shoot them all if I could. Hate the buggers. Right. A couple of sweeteners in there. And you know what? A bit more milk in that, I reckon. And a dead fly. Nothing is sacred. I don't even know if you can see it. I'm not even getting up to show you, but there's a fly in there. What's going on here? 3:30. Bloody hell. Where's the day gone? Mind you, I did stop talking to Jim for a while. It's just something about a coffee in the woods, isn't there? Something about it. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that over the top there so the buggers can't get in that. Now what we need to do is butter this bread. So let's commence with the bread buttering, which could be difficult because it's a bit messy, isn't it? And I'm trying not to make it all fall apart, which it just did. Oh. The bread's not at its premium stage in life, let's say. So I've got to be very careful. It's literally quite brittle. It just wants to fall apart. But we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. We'll see what we can't do. Like I say, I'm hungry, so I need this. I need it to work, goddammit. And it's actually just breaking apart as I'm doing it. Literally falling apart, look. Okay. Right, well, we'll say that that's that one done. For now. Did I do that one? I put a bit on it, didn't I? But not a lot. Try and glue it all back together. That's pretty much what we're doing here. Yeah, the bread's like really, it's not stale, but it's just not in its best condition. There's no mold on it or anything. Flies be, oh shit. Flies be going absolutely crazy. I will kill you. Don't mess with a man's bread. Especially a hungry man's bread. Got it all over my fingers. Got more on my fingers than I think I have on the flipping bread. It is so difficult. Doing it one-handed as well. See, I have all these crazy ideas. Like next, I'm going to cook a pie in a mess tin. Yeah. If you want to see that, that is. I'm not really too bothered about what you want to see, to be honest. Let's face it. I kind of just do what I like. And I like what I do. I'm not a slave to trends and all that. And all that shite. I just do what I like. I do what I want to do. Thank you for agreeing with me. Even Mr. Birdie over there agrees. Right. That's all of them with some on it. So let's pop that one back in there. Get the one that went face down back on there. Wedge them all back together. And then what the plan was is to not have that end bit upside down because we want to look like we're professionals here. Professional tits. Professional idiot more like. Right. And I'm just going to dab a bit on the top as well. Without that fly. Look at him. Without that fly. Look at him. What a dead. Go over there. Piece of crap. Never known so many flies in here, man. What is going on? They're desperate. They need the garlic bread. They need the garlicky sustenance. We'll just smooth the leftover garlic butter over the top there. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, eh? Right. I'm going to need to wash my hands. Or wipe my hands. I'm going to have to cover everything over that's got anything that's consumable, because they be in it. They be trying to get at it. Is there any tissue in here? Is there another tissue? Did I even bring any tissue? Doth one have the tissue? Oops, I'm throwing crap all over the place now. I does have. Was that a squeaky chair, or was there someone over there talking? I don't know. Not quite sure. Couldn't tell you though, Bean. I do know that every time I just step out the door, my nails just attract an unhealthy amount of dirt. Okay, right. Let's get this baby on the go. Crank the gas up. We don't need it all that high. The things that took, if you remember rightly, the frozen pasty took about 30 to 40 minutes. Now, I'm going to let these cook for about 20 minutes before I even think about opening it. On a nice low heat. Might be a bit high. Bring it down. Because what you got to remember is we're trying to replicate an oven. Because we don't have an oven. Right, that's going on there. And that's just going to steadily build up heat. They're off the bottom because of that little tray, or grill, if you want to call it that. I'll be back when I'm ready to make the smoothie, which will be after I've done my coffee, because I'm hungry now. The smoothie will keep me going. So yeah, back shortly. Right, so that's that cooking away. That's got about another 11 minutes. I'm going to finish this coffee, which the flies were very interested in. I've got to be careful that none have died and sank to the bottom. But I am hungry, so should I care? We're then going to be draining off the water from the fruit over there, and I've got to try and figure out how I'm going to do that. I might have to use the mess tin that I've got the coffee in to be able to drain the water out and keep the petals. And oh, hello. Thank you very much. Stealing the limelight. Keep the petals and the nettle seeds in. There is more nettles around here, which do have seeds, but I'm not going to go mad with it. I don't want to take too much. Thing with foraging, right, is you always take just what you need and always take it from different places instead of just one place all around. Do you know, if I get shat on in this wood one more time, I'm never coming here again. No flies. So yeah, lesson learned, you do need more garlic, but once that all cooks and whatnot, it might release a bit more flavour. So 2 cloves, yeah, just an experiment. But sorry, Mum, if you do watch this, you're wrong. You need a hell of a lot of garlic, unless you're using some industrial strength garlic, Mum. I don't know. Right, let's give this a little rinse out, because it's got coffee residue in there. Not that I'm really bothered. I'm not sharing this. I'm not going to win no Michelin star for my outdoor garlic bread skills. And I used the part baked ones because they just needed using up. I found them in the cupboard at the back and they just needed using, so that's why. Okay, right. Right, I think the easiest way to do this is to tip all this into there first, like so, leaving any beasties behind there, and then rinse this out. I mean, do you know what? We're probably going to get some beasties in it anyway. It doesn't really matter. So, change of plan. This is my little NutriBullet smoothie maker, and I'm going to attempt to pour this directly into that. Now, if you know anything about my mess tin pouring skills, they are minus. They are in the minuses. Is that a wasp or a hoverfly? Looking very, very interested at my camera over there. Ooh, don't knock that, guys. So the plan was to drain the liquid without bringing any of the planty goodness, which I think I'm just about managing. Possibly. Now, I do actually have a flipping colander for this small thing, so I'm kicking myself that I didn't bring it, because I've bought it thinking, oh yeah, that'll be well cool, and I've never bloody used it. I've had it about 5 months. It's just sat there doing jack. Oh, look, it's all still in there. Perler. That worked out all right, really. And I just dropped one. That's just one for the team. That can just stay there. In fact, I'll throw it over there, and then some brambles will grow, and then we can have more blackberries. Okie dokie. Now, try and get all this in there without losing any. Lost one, but it landed. Oh, there goes another one. No, we're not going to be able to do this without losing a couple. They'll have to be sacrificed. Sacrificial. And to be honest, it's not a bad thing, is it? Let's throw them around, and they can all grow to be happy little brambles, and then I'll curse it in about 3 years when I can't get up here because of the brambles. So some over there, some over there, and one behind for good luck. Rewilding, bro. Rewilding. Right. Coconut water. Now there is a line that you fill the liquid up to. I think that's it. Yeah. We'll see what that does. It's just above the line, but we'll see what it does and how liquefied it is, and we'll go from there. That's on tight. That's just water. That can go over there. Don't need that now. It can sit upside down and drain out. And we're going to switch it on. And I'm going to bring you close for this one. Got to do it in one take because I can't do it again. Probably should have checked that the lid was clamped down, which it isn't. And we're going to go again. Does it for a set amount of time. Let's see what we got. I've got to show you the pour, you see. I'm going to be drinking it out of this, but I want you to see the consistency of it. Probably a little bit too much of the liquid in that one. Oh. That's good. I can smell garlic bread. Yeah, there you go. smoothie in the woods, all foraged, all fresh. Now you can just use normal water. I had coconut water. It's been open a while. It's in the fridge. No one's bothering with it, so I thought I'd get it used up. That's really good. Like, really good. It could do with a bit of a sweetness in there, like some honey or something. But I don't know where there's any beehives, and I'm not about to go disturb one to try and get some honey. This can't have much longer to go. I'll be back when the alarm goes off. I'm covered in it now, look. Got it all over me. It's got in my moustache, my beard. Mucky pup. But I don't give a shit. Got no one to impress. Right, so I did set an alarm for 15 minutes. That one's gone off. So I'm just going to check it to see how we're doing. Because the thing with garlic bread is if you overdo it, it's screwed, isn't it? Let's see how we're getting on. Oh. It's still a bit soggy. But we'll give it another 10 minutes, I reckon. I did set one for 20 minutes, one for 15. That's been 15. I'm going to crank it up a little. And we'll see what occurs. And while that does do its thing for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to do that puzzle. Right, are you ready to see? This is the 30-minute mark. Now, the puzzle that I was just recording myself doing, for some reason, wasn't recording. Now, I think it's because I had the button pressed down on the tripod clamp that clamps the phone, and it was pressing the button, so it didn't know what it was going to do. But I'm going to come back to that in a bit. 30-minute mark. Oh, that's bloody hot. Oh, it's getting there. It's definitely crusting up around the sides and the bottom there. Do I need to flip them over? Oh, I just touched the side of that. I don't want to do that again. That was not fun. Can I flip these over? Some of them are broken up anyway, so. Because the bottom there is cooked, but the top not so much, as you can see. So that one's just staying there because it's being a douche. That was a single piece. There we go. Kind of. Right, we'll see what that does for 10 minutes. And I'm going to restart this flipping thingy again. Because I want to do it at the same time as while I'm waiting. Because no point in sitting here trying to eat garlic bread and then trying to do a puzzle at the same time. Because that is just not fun. So I'm going to start the puzzle again. This is how far I got. I'd put that bit together, that bit, and that bit. So I'm just going to do it again. Because I can. And I'm not in a rush. As much as I would love to put my microphone back on, I can't at the moment because my phone is dying. It is an iPhone 13, so it's very, very old. But that was another 10 minutes. Let's see what we got. We've got hops, that's what we got. Let's see if we can, oh, you're bleeding. Let's see if we've cooked the other side now. Oh yes, that's done for me. It's done for me. Right. What do you think? Mission accomplished? Crazy man in the woods. Wondering if he can, and then finding out he can. Because he tried. Problem is, some people never try. And they never succeed. Because they didn't try. Now, let's try and move these off on there and onto here so that they can cool a little bit. In fact, they'll be all right there. They're probably safer there. Let them cool down. Gas is off, so I can take this off now. And that can all start to cool down. I haven't got a grabber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the ground like that. Put them down on top of that. And then I'm going to move that with this. Just to cover them slightly, just to stop the flies. And then I'm going to bring my puzzle that I'm actually really enjoying doing. And I thought it'd be, I've done it once before, but I thought this would be even better in the woods. There is a couple of other patterns you can get. The company is called SCENTERED. Change of pace puzzle, this one. And there's a couple of others that you can get. But I'm going to bring this up here and I'm going to continue the video for it. And let that all cool down a little before we start trying to eat it. Hopefully that's a good angle, because I can't be asked to get back up again. I've just been leant over doing that puzzle. Now, I really enjoy doing those puzzles. They're not cheap, right? I mean, I got that from some of Nick's stuff. He hadn't even opened it. It was one of them people that really wouldn't have had the patience to sit down and do a puzzle. Although he loved his carpentry. So yeah. We only gone and done it. Garlic bread in the woods in a mess tin. That's all right. It definitely needs more garlic. Daughter 1, grandma 0. Daughter said she used about 4 and it still needed more. Now it's nice enough, but a little bit more would be better. I'll be taking one of them home. Let everyone try it. But one of them right now is getting yammed. Only gone done it again. Again, it's just through trying. And if it didn't work, sod it. At least I tried. Some people never try. And they stay in the same position, looking out at everyone, thinking, I want to be able to do that, and I want to be able to do that. Go do it. There is nothing stopping you. Even if you have to do this shit in your back garden, do it. Doesn't matter. You're still outside. I've travelled 2.8 miles today. Not that far at all. Most of this woodland is accessible. You wouldn't be able to get here if you weren't very able, unfortunately. But the main parts, big openings and stuff, so pretty much any Tom, Dick and Harry can get in. Right. The flies be after my garlic bread. Now, a lot of the butter has kind of ended up on the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the tray out, let that soak it up, so then when I put it in my bag, it's not going to dribble everywhere. Not bad for some... Let's say they were stale, they were. I don't give a shit. That's well nice. Garlic butter obviously adds a bit of moisture back to it. Right. I'm going to try and capture a time lapse of the sun moving. I'm going to go pop it over there and see it, if it catches the movement of the sun and the shadows. So hopefully that's what you're going to see next. And not me eating. I will scoff my half, get packed away. I won't bore you with the packing away this time. Only because I want to get that time lapse. Again, it's just an idea I had. Watch the shadows move. Could be pretty cool. Yep, that's what we're going to do. See you shortly. We interrupt this time lapse to show you this dude who just flew out from underneath the tree. I don't want to get too close because he'll bugger off. Look at him. Lord Mothington. Oh, and he's off. Orange wings underneath. Anyone know what that is? Right, all done. Left no trace. We have cleared up everything and put all the little bits of debris that are cleared out of the way back. Setting up the trail cam again. The footage for the last one will have already been uploaded by the time you see this. If that is what people have voted for by the time I get back home. If not, I've got to get my finger out and edit this. But it's on a slight angle, which is annoying me, but I just need to double check that the viewfinder's on this spot. I just want to come and I want to see what visits this area. Now, I always visioned camping in the woods. The first camp for this channel. I've not camped in years. Obviously I've been glamping with the kids, but that's different. That's all, you know, you got all the amenities and water and stuff like that. I thought about doing it there. After going in there last time and there being a fire pit set up, it wasn't lit and it hadn't been lit, but someone had set it up. I don't think I'm going to be going back in there. Plus there's foxes and badgers in there. Now there's probably the same in here, but there's more room for them to avoid me, as where that little bit of wood where you got all the footage from last time, it really is small. It's so small you wouldn't even believe me if I told you. I'll put a little snippet up here. to show you how small it actually is in the grand scheme of things. It's just like a little bit of a triangle in between two fields. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to stop going there as much now. I'm a bit gutted because I've obviously just found out that the badger's got a baby as well. So, or a younger badger, whatever you call them. Is it a kid or something? I don't know. But anyway, that's me done. I am out. I'm tired and warm. I've got a belly full of garlic bread. And I need to go home and make sure the kids aren't burning the house down as usual. So you guys take it easy. Peace out. Love you all. Love every single one of you. Really appreciate you taking your time to come and listen to me waffle on about stuff, and you know, just have a go at doing stuff that's probably not really done outside much. But hey, it just shows you that you can make a plan, stick to it, see what happens. Right, I'm out. Which is good, because right then the flipping gimbal died. Look, it's got no power left. Right, I'm actually going this time. See you in a bit.